In 2015, years before the best pitcher in baseball became one of the best pitchers ever, Jacob deGrom made his first All-Star team and took the mound for the 6th inning in Cincinnati. This was only his second season playing Major League Baseball, but Jake still managed to pitch one of the most dominant innings in not only the history of the All-Star game, but in the history of baseball. First of all, congratulations on making it to July. It may not seem like much, but I think it's worth some recognition nowadays. July's a pretty fun month for the fans of baseball as we get to enjoy exciting summer games, All-Star festivities, and cool All-Star uniforms. Wait, what the f is that? There have been tons of great moments that have come from the many celebrity softball games, home run derbies, and All-Star games over the years, but I have a favorite that I've wanted to make a video on for a long time, and given what he's doing this season, now is a good time to finally pull the trigger on it. In the 2015 All-Star game in Cincinnati, we witnessed Jacob deGrom make 3 American League All-Stars look like Ben Sheets with a bat. This was years before the Cy Youngs, this was years before the MVP discussions, this was years before the lowest ERA through June in history. Fast forward all the way to 2021, and now it's a mere footnote on what's become the legendary resume of one of the best pitchers in baseball history. 2015, though, was sophomore Jacob deGrom, who then threw his fastball around 5 miles per hour slower on average than he does today. Now, this inning has aged insanely well in the 6 years since. Jacob deGrom has become the definitive best pitcher in the sport, and nobody is even remotely close. deGrom was really good in his first 2 years, but nothing like what we're seeing now. This All-Star outing back in 2015 was as if 2021 deGrom traveled back in time to take the mound and give fans a sneak peek at the things he'd go on to do in the future. Enough setup though, let's talk about what he did and how he did it. Facing deGrom in the top of the 6th inning for the American League were Oakland's Stephen Vogt, Cleveland's Jason Kipnis, and Detroit's Jose Iglesias. Now we're going to go through this inning pitch by pitch in a quick, informal format and marvel in what we see. Not like most of them have fared much better than their fallen comrades you're about to witness. First victim up, A's catcher Stephen Vogt, and the first pitch deGrom shoves in his face is that signature rising fastball at 96 that Vogt takes for a called strike. Here's another fastball for a called strike on the outside corner, again at 96. Vogt's probably still trying to go through the aerodynamics on how that last pitch moved the way it did. It's probably why he still hasn't shown any sign at the plate that he's actually alive. And now deGrom's 0-2. What the hell is that? Now I know some of you sometimes think to yourself, man, screw this nerd telling me how baseball works. I bet he's never even stepped on a diamond before in his life.
So don't write in the comments that Coach Craig is stupid, Coach doesn't know anything.
I've been hitting for 18 years. I find it much easier to adjust to a pitch that's descending rather than ascending, especially considering pitches that track downward usually come much slower than those that rise. The former are usually breaking pitches and the latter are usually fastballs. Now with that in mind, how the heck are you supposed to adjust to this pitch? Just look at the rise on this ball. What are you supposed to do with that? Next up, Cleveland star Jason Kipnis. It was of course his stellar first half that got him his spot on the field in Cincinnati. In that first half, he was 4th in the American League in on-base percentage, 4th in F4, 2nd in hits, he hit .323 and was one of the American League's top 25 players in strikeout rate. He looks at the first pitch right down the middle for a called strike at 98, so Jake is really getting it up there at this point. Remember, his 2015 average fastball velocity was around 95, so he's really feeling it here. And of course you can attribute at least some of that to the fact that he's pitching in a shorter relief outing. Kipnis then takes his second straight pitch right down the middle for a called strike at 97. That's 2 straight fastballs right there that Kipnis doesn't even try to offer at. So deGrom comes into his first All-Star game and throws 5 straight heaters for strikes. One of the American League's best hitters barely moved his bat against 2 fastballs right down the middle. Next pitch is another fastball, this one outside at 98, and that's the first ball of the inning. And then a 1-2 heater at 97 to strike out Kipnis without a single ounce of competition that deGrom had to worry about. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's broken a sweat yet. This is the kind of stuff deGrom's doing regularly now, but this was 2015.
How about back-to-back strikeouts? The best stuff we've seen all night.
You figure if you go into an outing against the American League's best, you're going to have to mix in some good off-speed stuff to have some success. But Jacob deGrom in his first All-Star game got on the mound and threw 7 straight fastballs. Only 1 out of the strike zone, and even though the others were strikes and most of them were located in hitter-friendly zones, nobody's even come close to making contact, let alone getting a base hit. Now the third batter to face Jake is Tigers shortstop Jose Iglesias. If I'm Jose, I would have at least tried to ask Ned Yost to put somebody else up there. I mean, it's the first All-Star at-bat of his career. I'm sure he's got his kids watching. They're not old enough to see this kind of violence. First pitch from deGrom is his 8th straight fastball, but watch where this one goes. That's another unidentified flying heater that does not stop rising from deGrom's glove to Molina's. And Iglesias just has no shot at making contact with that.
There's Jose Iglesias, the shortstop for the Tigers. I mean, it just has different action on it.
This is some of the nastiest stuff I have ever seen, and it genuinely looks like magic. deGrom then decides to finally go off speed and takes off, 14 miles an hour and throws his first breaking pitch of the night. And Jose Iglesias just doesn't know how to process these emotions. I mean, this is the kind of thing you need extensive therapy for. And on 0-2, Jake pretty much throws the same pitch at nearly the same speed in nearly the same spot, and Jose finds out the hard way that hitting against Jacob deGrom may be the hardest thing to do in all of sports. Imagine getting so excited to play in your first All-Star game over the course of a few weeks leading up to it. You're feeling good, you're getting ready, family and your teammates are pumped for you, and then you step up to the plate. You have to face Jacob deGrom, and he does that to you.
I'm ready!
That's been the only All-Star game of Iglesias' career, by the way.
Wow, hi, I'm Jacob deGrom, and I have the chance with my stuff to just dominate baseball for years to come.
When Joe Buck is bad, he is to broadcasting what the dead fish is to handshakes, but he was absolutely right here, and that statement really has aged beautifully. Flat out, deGrom had the best stuff of any pitcher at the All-Star game that night. He had the best stuff of any pitcher in the sport for a few years, and he has the best stuff of any pitcher in the sport today. In the first 2 years of deGrom's career, before everything we're seeing now, he struck out 8 Marlins in a row, he won a Rookie of the Year, he carried his team through the NLDS on the road against the Dodgers, he pitched in a World Series, and he beat the holy hell out of 3 people at an All-Star game seemingly without trying. Before Jacob deGrom became what he is now, he put on an all-time show at the 2015 All-Star Game that is not only my favorite All-Star Game memory, but one of my favorite baseball memories, period. His masterful outing left my jaw on the floor the moment I saw it, and it's lived in my head rent-free ever since. People compared Scherzer to deGrom, people compared Snell to deGrom, people compared that cheater to deGrom, and I can only imagine that there are some who are still trying to compare others to deGrom. But guess what? Only one person was in each of those conversations. Jacob deGrom has been the best pitcher in baseball over the last 4 seasons. He is the best pitcher in baseball today by a landslide, and one of the first glimpses of this kind of dominance we ever had the chance of witnessing came at the 2015 All-Star Game in Cincinnati. Jacob deGrom pitched 1 inning of the 2015 All-Star Game and obliterated everyone. If this is the last video I make before we hit 100,000 subscribers, I just wanted to say a quick thank you very much for watching my stuff over the last 4 years, and I look forward to making more on the other side of that milestone. Thank you guys so much, and take care.